Welcome to YOGATX. My name is Savannah, and we're going to bring you a go-to morning yoga video. So we're going to start standing, and we'll just start with some simple arm lifts with breath, which get a little less simple, but I make you breathe at the same time you're lifting your arm. So it'll look like this. Breath in starts, then the right arm lifts up. As you exhale, bring the right hand down. Sometimes there's an urge to bring the arm up before you start breathing in, so just watch the breath, feel it come into the body. Then the left arm starts lifting up, and exhale, it comes down. Get the rhythm of your breath first before we make the movements any fancier. One arm at a time. With your breath in, it lifts. With your breath out, it lowers. One thing you can start focusing on is feeling the breath expand across the collarbones, into the ribs, maybe into the sides as your arm lifts up. Then exhale as it comes down. Next time, the right arm will come forward and up. Glue the right arm to your right ear and take a side bend towards the left. Left hand will slide down the outer thigh. Breathe in, coming right back up. Keep the right arm glued next to the right ear, and we'll take a reverse side bend as you exhale. Lean towards the right arm. Breathe in, both arms lift up. Exhale, right hand comes down. We'll lean towards the right as the right hand slides down the outer thigh. Breathe in. Keep the left arm glued to the left ear, and as you exhale, lean over towards the left. And then we'll keep on with the brain game as you breathe in, both arms lift up. Exhale, left arm down, lean to the left. Inhale, come right back up, just the right arm. As you exhale, lean to the right. Take that one more time on the left side. Breathe in, both arms lift up. Exhale, right arm down, lean over towards the right. Inhale, just the left arm lifts up. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Lift both arms up as you breathe in. Clasp the fingertips over your head. We'll flip the palms up and give our arms a little stretch up while the chin draws down. Next breath in, separate the hands, lift the chin from the chest, and connect the hands now behind the back of your body. Plug your thumbs into the back of your hips and hug the elbows closer towards each other as the chest lifts up. Next breath in, let the hands reach forward and up. Natural lift, doesn't matter how high the arms come up. As you exhale, rest the elbows on the thighs, so like a little umpire stance. Find that hinge point in the hips, so the hips are dropping back. Breathe in, hands come forward and up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, hips come back, elbows on the thighs. And we'll take it slow. Breathe in. On the exhale, coming down, sinking the hips back. Next breath, come all the way up to standing again. And on this exhale, you have the option. Maybe you rest the elbows on the thighs, or maybe you drop the hands down towards the ground. Wherever you're at, drop the weight of the head. Give your head a little nod, yes and no. We'll leave the right foot down on the ground and step the left foot behind us. Seal the left heel down as you breathe in. Reach the hands forward and up. It's not about how much your stance can get long. It's more about how much you can feel that lift coming from the hips and extending the arms up. On your exhale, we'll move into some feet work. Back heel lifts up. Hands come in line with your spine. Inhale, back heel comes down. Arms come forward and up. Exhale, low belly hugs in. Lift the back heel up. Draw the hands back. 2 more times. Last time, we'll stay there with the back heel lifted. Hands come behind you. Take a breath in and out. Feel the majority of your weight shift into that right leg, and see if you can roll onto the tops of the left toes. It can help to bring the hands together. The right hip might turn online like whoa. And then we'll tap the left toes closer towards the right heel so that we could come up into a standing balance. You can always come out of the balance and come into it as you need. And relax that back foot down. Heel comes all the way down. Reach forward and up one more time with your breath in. And we'll take a strong step forward with the back heel up to standing, hands together. Left foot, right foot steps back. Right foot steps back, left foot is forward. Go ahead and breathe in, front knee bends, hands come forward and up on your inhale. Then find the back toes and pivot on the back toes so the toes point forward and the back heel lifts up. Easy on the ankle, breathe in, back heel down, arms lift up. It's all in the legs. 3 to 4 more times with your breath. And on that third or fourth time, you'll pause with that back heel lifted. Maybe roll onto the top of your big toe or tap it closer towards you so you feel like your balance is consolidated in one strong line from the crown of the head down towards your left heel. We'll bring the palms together, come up to standing on that left foot, energize that right leg as it reaches back, right glute is online. Next breath in, step the right foot behind you, lower the heel, breathe in, hands reach forward and up. And on your next exhale, bring both hands down. Walk the hands on the inside of the hips and turn the toes to the side of the mat. We'll start to just move the hips from side to side here, not expecting anything, just noticing what feels good. Then we'll go ahead and pivot towards the right toes. All 10 toes point. Lower that back knee, reach forward and up with your inhale. Arms come up. As you exhale, like you have 2 ropes you're pulling down, let the elbows hug down towards the hips. And we'll move a little quicker. Hands come down. Keep the hips low. Swivel to the other side. Right knee comes down this time. Left foot is forward. Breathe in. Hands come forward and up. Like ropes, pulling them down. Stay low, switch. Right side. This time, arms come forward and up. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Clasp the fingertips, pull the hands down, let the chest come up. And one more breath. And as you exhale, hands come back down, swivel to the other side. Hips are getting sneaky work. Breathe in, come forward and up with the arms. Exhale, hands come behind the back, clasp the fingertips, pull the hands down as the chest lifts up. 2 breaths in and out. Release the hands slowly. Don't let them snap like rubber bands. Be mindful about your movement. Plant the hands. We'll lift up the back knee and step the left foot back. Pedal the legs out here. Pushing the front of the mat away from your shoulders. Feel that press away. Start to let the breath get a little heated, making noise with your inhale as it draws in deeply. And releasing the exhale out fully. We'll bring a little challenge in. Lower the knees down towards the ground. Find your knees right underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. You might reset stuff a little bit here. And we'll hover the right hand about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. Then hover left knee about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. You might find a little sense of wobble here. That's okay. Give yourself a moment to find your balance. And then your next inhale, kick the left heel back and reach the right hand forward. Exhale back to the hover points. Inhale, arm reaches forward, leg reaches back. Exhale, hand underneath shoulder, hovered about an inch. Knee underneath hip, hovered about an inch. We'll take one more round. Reach with the inhale. Exhale, hover. And release down. Immediately bring that left hand to that 1 inch hover. Right knee, 1 inch hover. Take a breath or two to find your balance. And then as you're ready on an inhale, foot kicks back, hand reaches forward. Exhale, right back underneath shoulder and knee. Resist the urge to tap it down to the ground. Breathe in. Exhale down. One more time. Exhale to the hover points. Pause for a breath in and out. And then lower hand down, knee down. We'll wiggle the knees back a little bit further. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders for a breath in. Pull the chest forward, and as you exhale, lower the belly. Press the tops of the feet to the ground. Pull the mat back so the chest can come forward and up. If you'd like a little challenge, make sure it's the upper back doing the work and not the hands pressing into the ground. Pull the hands up to a hover. And then we'll push the hands forward. Breathe in. On the exhale, lift the tops of the feet. Swim the arms back and feel the chest lift up just a little bit more. Inhale, arms reach forward. Exhale, lay the forearms down right underneath your shoulders, and we'll come up into a forearm plank. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, lift the chest. You can keep the knees down here, or maybe you'd like to lift the knees up. Pause for 3 to 4 breaths. Maybe you tap knees down, and then knees up, knees down, knees up. Next time the knees come down, pull the hips back. Keep the forearms down on the ground. Let the forehead relax to the floor. Find the breath. One more round. Inhale and exhale. And since we've done so much balance, we'll start your morning off with all of the balance poses. And this one's a little interesting. We'll reach the left arm long and go ahead and sit on to your left hip. And we'll relax the head onto the left arm. Once you find yourself here, be honest with yourself and build yourself a little pencil line. So instead of bringing the feet in front of the hips, can you feel the heels right in line with the hips? Then maybe the right hand is in front of your hips. Maybe you just start to tap the right fingertips down. You might start to feel the hips wobble front and back. Maybe bring the right hand on top of the hip, and if you're like, Savannah, this is just too easy, this isn't much of a balance, you can flex the toes, press down through the outer left edge of the left foot, and start to hover. Right foot lifts up. Pause with the breath. And if you want a little bit more, maybe the right arm reaches up. Last breath out. When you exhale, lower the right foot if it's lifted. Reach the right arm alongside your body, and you can roll over to the right side. And now I'll see people do this in class. And if you are like, man, I just didn't feel the balance anywhere, really be honest with yourself and maybe move the heels back a notch. If they're too far forward, of course it won't be a balance challenge because the body is not placed on a skinny amount of foundation. So finding the outside of the hip, resting the ear down. You can press down through the outer edge of the right foot. Maybe you start to tap the left fingertips on the mat. that feels steady, maybe you hold the top of your left hip. Maybe the left foot starts to hover. Spread the toes out wide. You'd be surprised how much the outer right foot will help you with your balance here. If that's still too easy, go ahead and take that left arm to reach up. One side might be way different than the other, so for me, this side is way more challenging. Give yourself grace throughout the process. 2 more breaths in and out. And down with the arm, down with the foot. Bring both hands down to the ground. Shift yourself back to a child's pose. Close the eyes and let the body have a moment of rest here. Now that you've got your breath moving, giving your body some movement, some experiences to play with, maybe you have something you'd like to keep in mind for the rest of your day. Something like an intention for your day. And oftentimes we place intentions at the beginning of our yoga practice, but maybe you have one that's more customizable to you for your day by the end of your practice. What do you want out of today? Maybe it's ease. Maybe it's forgiveness or patience for yourself. Maybe it's just to take less things seriously in life, or to improve your balance. Once you have your intention set, you can go ahead and rise up to a seat. Bring the palms together. Let the thumbs rest on the chest. And breathe into your intention. So think about what you'd like for today as you inhale. And let the exhale stitch that into your system. Living, breathing purpose. Knowing that no matter the way, no matter the obstacle, there's a place of wholeness. There's a place of inner power and inner patience that lives within you. And you can come back to it as quickly as you can. Take one conscious breath in through the nose and out through the nose. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.